they are winning without their top 3 wide receivers. They lost 2 offensive linemen yesterday, and somehow they keep pouring on the wins. Every week we say, can they keep doing this? Can they keep doing this?
Yeah, I mean, is this sustainable? I'm not sure that, Daniel Jones in 5 of the 6 victories has had a game-winning drive in the 4th quarter.
Okay.
I'm not sure that's always sustainable.
Hey, but at what point? 5 of 6?
I know,
that's
but at what point
amazing.
do we stop saying, hey, this is a nice feel-good story, and start recognizing that the Giants are 6-1?
Yes,
and
yes,
they're
preach.
a good football team.
Preach.
Daniel Jones leads the NFL in QBR the last 4 weeks, right? I mean, the game he played on Sunday, 200 yards passing, 100 yards rushing, they're the only team in the NFL. They don't have a receiver over 200 yards. That's ridiculous.
So Daniel Jones got exactly what he needed in the offseason, a coach with a plan, and said to him, quit. He's been processing and struggling, and he keeps trying to do better, and he keeps getting worse in some ways. It's like, look, Daniel, let's simplify it. Come off the play fake, one guy. If he's not open, run. And that simplification has allowed Daniel Jones to find his athleticism, his confidence, and quieted his mind. And I think Daniel Jones yesterday, when he went to sleep last night, he's like, I like me today. And I think this is a great thing.
And all that leads to fewer turnovers.
100%.
Their formula is really simple. They're giving up 17 points a game. All right, so defensively, I'm going to tell my quarterback, we're going to be good. We don't have to score as many points, so we don't have to take those risks, fewer turnovers. We're going to control the ball. I don't care how many yards Saquon gets or you get Daniel Jones, we're going to run the ball 30-plus times a game. We're going to control the clock. It's very similar to how the Cowboys used to play a few years ago when the defense was bad. We're going to limit the amount of time that we have to beat the other team by controlling the football. Therefore, we don't have to make as many plays, and they're doing an outstanding job.
Because Daniel's running as well, it's the threat away from what you just described as kind of old school, stodgy. What are you going to get? This is a dynamic team because of what Daniel does and what he's bringing.
100 yards.
What I saw yesterday was Daniel Jones is actually starting to play much more confident football. They were 5-1, and he really wasn't there yet. Yesterday, he really came into his own. I think we should continue to give him that love because everyone was slapping him in the face saying that he couldn't play. He didn't run to the manager. He's writing off his haters.
Should we double check the stat that he threw the ball 1 time in the 4th quarter?
No, but that's what we're saying.
We're trying to get this man some love.
We're not saying that he's Patrick Mahomes. We're saying he's found a place where he can feel confident in what they're asking him to do. I can go do.
The coach has found him a place.
It's not a criticism. And by the way,
backhanded maybe.
The Bears would take some of that. I think Justin Fields would take some of that. It's been a rough ride for Fields in his first 2 seasons in the NFL. Second head coach and coordinator in as many years. A supporting cast that hasn't been super supportive. An especially tough transition from a college superpower like Ohio State, where, oh, by the way, he faced off with tonight's opponent, Mac Jones, with everything on the line.
Mac, just wonder what's it like for you to go head-to-head with Justin Fields in this game?
I love playing against a great quarterback. Justin Fields is a top quarterback in the country.
To see that we're finally here, we're very proud of where we are, but we still have 1 game to go.
Still alive. Alabama, an emphatic champion.
We're just so happy to be national champions.
We just weren't able to get the job done. It's going to motivate me a lot.
Welcome to my house.
The Bears are hoping they finally found their franchise quarterback with Fields. Chicago has used 34 different starting quarterbacks in the last 30 seasons, second most in the NFL, and only 1 Pro Bowler among them. The Bears are the only team in the NFL who have never had a 4,000-yard passer in a season. The Bears coming off the mini-bye, lots of evaluation, made some changes along the offensive line. Alex, Fields talked candidly this week, coming off this mini-bye, about how the clock in his head was speeding up because he was getting hit on plays, and he needs to separate the plays. Just because he got hit on the last play or 3, he shouldn't speed up the clock on the next one. But what can they do for him? What can they do to make it easier for him, just like we're talking about with Daniel Jones?
Yeah, everything's hard in the passing game for Justin Fields and this Bears offense right now. Like, everything is contested, even the easiest throws. And I'll never forget, I felt like this as a young quarterback too, and I remember going to Kansas City, and all of a sudden they were like 6 plays a game where I would call them gimmies. I really didn't even have to do anything, right? And it was like plays off, and not everything was a grind. And the best quarterbacks do it, and the best offenses do it. Here's obviously Mahomes for a huge gain on third down. I mean, here's the greatest of all time. Like, not everything has to be hard. Here, a little quick dump screen to your receiver, get the lineman out in front, and oh my God, it's an explosive play.
2022, baby. This is awesome. Get me in a uniform.
But I will say this, they don't have enough of this in Chicago, and hopefully this bye week they've gone to it. But when they have been there, Justin's also got to hit them. This was on the fringe of field goal range. Get the easy completion, get points. Here they are last week in the red zone. It's a great little design here by Luke Getsy, a little misdirection. Look at all the eyes in the backfield. They slip this tight end out here to the right. And this is a gimme. He's got to hit him. But my thing with the bye week is they haven't had enough of this for Justin. They haven't had enough creativity in the pass game. This guy has so many tools. Use him. Take some of the pressure off of him and give him some of these easy ones. And then also on him, when they're there, you got to hit him.
It always comes down to trust.
Yeah.
Do they trust to actually extend to what you want? He wants more opportunities, but we don't trust you, or we do trust you. To me, that's the real question. And do we have an answer? Does the offensive coordinator and head coach trust Justin Fields to throw more at him? And to me, that's the fundamental question.
I mean, I think it's a progression, right? I mean, you build on it and you build on it and the confidence grows. But, I mean, at some point he's got the keys to the car. They got to see if he can do this or not.
Yeah, Alex, I thought you had a great tape there. And if I'm Luke Getsy, I'm going back and I'm watching every single clip of this man, Justin Fields, in college. Because what he did, RPOs at a high level. Throw the play action passes from the shotgun at a very high level and out of the pistol. And I'm implementing that little by little into the game plan so I can give him things that he's used to seeing and used to doing at a really high level. That's going to help get him in rhythm.
I agree.
Those can be those gimme.
You saw the transition from Tua last year to this year. You saw Jalen Hurts from last year to this year. We're looking for that kind of transition for Justin.
Those guys play in wide open offenses.
There you go.
I'm just saying,
totally
is that
I far too often see Justin under center in an analog old offense handing the ball off. Like, let's get this guy.
He didn't have to do the timing and rhythm thing at Ohio State. It's what they're asking him to do. I mean, to his credit, though, he's been tough, a great leader, remains upbeat. Adam, we keep bringing up the trade deadline. What about the Bears? Could there be any movement there?
Listen, if they lose these next two games, tonight at New England, they play Sunday at Dallas, I think you have to ask yourself, is it worth holding on to some players? David Montgomery's in the last year of his contract. Do you take a look and call the New York Jets and say, hey, you're winning. You want David Montgomery? I'm not telling you they will, but it's something that they have to sit down and talk about if they lose these next two games.
He's become a pseudo general manager out of the NFL.
He's making moves.
He's out here trying to create like, we need to start. This is the NBA. It's like the trade deadline. Let's throw some people around. Like, Adam, I love it.
Steve, the job is to anticipate what could be coming. I'm just trying to share some of that with you.
I love it.
I think the nature of the trade line is kind of changed in the NFL the last couple of years.
But as I said, the NFL is now the NBA, and Adam is actually making it come true. I think.
Come on.
Great.
As for tonight, this is a tough place, though, to try to turn things around.
Oh, yeah.
Renewed hope for Chicago against this defense, the game plan defense. Never know. All right, Monday Night Countdown rolls on, and because it is Monday, we know we've got Come On Man. So here's a classic Come On Man. We still don't know for sure if Mac Jones is starting tonight.
Well, we think it's going to be him.
We think it's going to be Mac Jones.
We think it's going to be him. We also think we might see both quarterbacks tonight.
What?
Possible.
I would not be surprised by that.
But the mystery is fun.
Both quarterbacks?
I'm not telling you we will, but I'm saying I wouldn't be surprised.
They're the same guy. Why do you play both of them?
When he whispers something, I listen. I'm telling you right now, we're going to see both of them.
If you're happy and you know it.
Clap your hands.
A lot of people coming into town.
Another touchdown for the rookie.
I'm not sure what this is.
Are they a bobsled team?
Oh, come on, man. Stay tuned for Come On Man. Brought to you by Geico.
It's the Subway Series menu. 12 irresistible subs. Like number 11, Subway Club. Powered with turkey, ham, and roast beef. This sub isn't slowing down anytime soon.
I'll give it a run for its money.
My money's on the sub. It's Subway's biggest refresh yet.
What if you were a trendy apparel company facing an avalanche of demand? To ensure more customers can buy more Sherpa-lined jackets, you call IBM to automate your IT infrastructure with AI. Now your systems monitor themselves. What used to take hours takes minutes. And you have an e-commerce platform designed to handle sudden spikes in overall demand, as in actual overalls. Let's create IT systems that roll up their own sleeves. IBM, let's create.
You know why Madden's so different this year? Field sense. Yo, Hit Boy, what you think?
I could make the biggest hit in the game, man.
All right, let's see it then. Now that's a hit. Field sense, baby. It changes everything.
Rated E for everyone.
The roar of our engines, the pump of our heartbeats, the pedal to our metal. The sparks that ignite us, the pistons that push us, the passions that drive us. From the feelings that move us to the places that pull us, on roads that unite us. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to be the fuel that keeps you firing on all cylinders.
Qué rico se te ve. Ese flow, ese piquete, se ve que te mete pa' darle como es. ¿Qué pasa si te me pego? No tengas miedo. Abajo y arriba. Quiero ver dónde terminas. Muévete bailando hacer eje. Pa' darle como es, pa' darle como es. Abajo y arriba.
Go to NFLshop.com for a special offer.
Here's the thing about the good times in life. We don't always realize we're in them when greatness is unfolding right in front of us. When superstars, rising stars, jokers, and freaks collide, this time could be up there with the greatest of times. It's a beautiful time for basketball.
At Jameson, we know there's people who just...
I guess you really had to be there.
Get you. And while there may be a few that won't, there's always more that will. So widen the circle, make room at the table or the dance floor. Nice moves, buddy. Come on. And always ask them to pull up a chair. Just don't drag it. Cheers. Jameson, widen the circle.
At Men's Warehouse, we'll help you look your best for wedding season. We'll help groomsmen look more groomed, proud fathers look more proud, officiants look more official, and best friends look better than ever. Men's Warehouse. Love the way you look.
Took a mirror to the back. I was like, oh, wow. My hairstylist did a search and found Hims. I asked a few medical history questions. I could do it from anywhere. There's a product out there that actually works.
Get started today at 4hims.com.
Welcome back to Monday Night Countdown, presented by Subway.
Earliest youth football memories, my dad was a coach, put me in it early, running around. Pads were too big, helmets too big. My dad was a former offensive lineman, so getting raised in that household of toughness and grit, I think that was huge. He would always preach that on the way to the games. I would tell kids, play as many sports as you can. It's just fun. You're going to learn a lot. A lot of sports translate to the other sports, so I say play as many sports as you can.
Such a cool inside look at Patriots tight end Hunter Henry's youth football days when he fell in love with the game. To see the full video and watch the entire football flashback series, visit playfootball.com. Meantime, back in Foxborough.
Patriot militiamen obviously do a great job with their outfits. They look very realistic. They bring a lot of great energy. Whenever we score, obviously, they shoot off their rifles, and it's super exciting.
The militiamen for the Patriots are awesome. It's all about the end of the game. We just won. They line up. We give everybody a 5. Those will be some of my fondest memories.
Maybe this year we'll get a group celebration with them.
They are certainly one of the big attractions here at Gillette Stadium, the End Zone Militia. Another big attraction, Mac Jones, off such a promising rookie season last year and back from injury tonight, and looking to add more banners here in Gillette Stadium. But how about those militiamen? Michelle Beisner-Buck got into the act.
Well, Susie, what a treat this is. I bet you never thought you'd see this, huh? Here I am, fully garbed up with my newfound friends from the Patriots End Zone Militia. Tell me, Gene, when were you guys founded?
The group was founded in 1996.
1996. How long have you been doing this?
20 years.
20 years. I feel like I'm in good hands because guess what we're going to do? The one person that should not be firing a musket, that would be me, is going to fire a musket. Coach me through it. Are we ready?
We are.
Okay, I'm nervous, but I'm ready. Let's do it.
Make ready.
Make ready.
Put it around. Foot next to your head.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Freeze that. Right foot back.
Right foot back.
Fire.
Oh, my God. Oh. Okay.
You don't stand.
Every time the Patriots scores, every time they score, that happens. I'm sorry. I'm a little, that was real. That was real, and it was fun. And, Susie, I'm going to send it back to you while I recover from that. Wow, guys.
All right.
That was awesome. That's great.
Okay, we're going to check on Michelle. Oh, yes, please. They sure have had a lot to celebrate here. A lot of those guns going off. 6 Super Bowl banners hang here in Gillette Stadium. Their latest unveiled in 2019. So many they've had to move them around to find a spot just where they have enough room. Common thread throughout, Bill Belichick. In the Hall of All-Time Great Coaches, Bill Belichick trails only Don Shula for the most wins in NFL history. His 324 wins are tied with George Halas for the second most for any head coach. Wright Thompson offers perspective on the Belichick era.
Tonight, Bill Belichick could pass George Halas on the all-time wins list, moving alone into second place.
And the Patriots are world champions again.
Records are funny things because they bring the past and the present briefly together, allowing us to see both a little bit better. Take George Halas. He was born in 1895 into an unwelcoming world where pro football didn't exist. He was the child of Austrian immigrants. Halas's mom ran a grocery store and his dad was a tailor. George only got into football, co-founding the NFL in 1920, after an injury cost him his future as a right fielder with the New York Yankees. He liked to tell people later in life he was replaced by Babe Ruth, which wasn't really true. George backed up a guy who was replaced by Ruth, but why ruin a good story? Halas always understood his own mythology.
The Chicago Bears have won the world championship 14-10.
Belichick, who can pass Don Shula for first place with 24 more wins, has a mythology too. He was born 4 years before the modern NFL, which began when Johnny Unitas took his first snap, replacing baseball as the sport of a post-war confident industrial nation. Harry Truman was president. Winston Churchill was the Prime Minister of Britain. Bill is the son of a coach who dedicated his life to perfecting his father's craft. He is a citizen of the world George Halas made. He has made his own world, too, a zero-sum winning factory.
Belichick will win his 6th Super Bowl as the head coach. Number 1 as the confetti flies.
A reflection of his America as surely as Halas was of his. Today, we have the opportunity to take measure of both these men and their worlds. George Halas and Bill Belichick, who could remain tied with 324 wins for just a few more hours.
Steve, what stands out about playing Bill Belichick-led teams?
It was always hard. It was just hard. Everything, it's like you're in quicksand or running on the beach or you're in the mud or like it was just something about playing him. And you know, our American culture, when greatness, we peck at greatness because we always, I think in many ways we want to make sure that we're testing it. Like, are you really that great? And I think over the years, I have to come to the final conclusion that Bill Belichick is the greatest because he's just that guy that understands the game in a way that nobody else does and can put quarterbacks in a bind. And in the NFL, if you can put quarterbacks in a bind, you're going to be one of the greats.
Wherever he can gain a competitive advantage. like his own quarterbacks tonight, and they've done a great job of really keeping
I was
under
wondering where
wraps.
you were going there. So.
We certainly believe that Mac Jones is going to get the start. He missed the last 3 games with a high ankle sprain, and Bailey Zappi did a great job winning 2 games in relief. Adam, what's the latest that you're hearing of how this will play out tonight?
Well, Susie, to your point, he's kept things very quiet, very down low. My understanding was, as of this afternoon, that not even Mac Jones knew whether or not he was going to be starting tonight. So we'll see what happens here tonight. I think the expectation is that Mac will start. And as I said before, I won't be surprised if we also see Bailey Zappi, the other rookie quarterback,
wait, what?
sprinkled in there. I don't know how this is going to work.
I didn't say that he puts his own quarterbacks in a bind.
Yeah,
he puts the other teams in a bind.
Steve, this is just one more reason that people should be tuned into tonight's game to see the quarterback drama unfold.
I know that it hurts, and at the shuttles, they love Bailey Zappi.
We'll talk more about the offense and what worked so well for Zappi a little bit later. Time for DraftKings Sportsbook predictions. Steve, will Justin Fields record a rushing touchdown tonight?
I have him at 9 points, so I guess not. I guess the answer is no.
I mean, answer the question.
Oh, no, it's a touchdown and a safety.
You have him at 9 points. You project point totals for players now?
No, 9 points.
For the team is what he's saying.
I'm saying they're going to get beat with 9 points.
So is that a yes or no?
The answer is yes, because they're going to get a safety as well.
One more game to go to wrap up Week 7. Here's Chris Berman with the fastest 3. Hi, Boom.
Hi, Susie. Great to be with you and the gang every Monday night. Well, it seems like every week the Kansas City Chiefs have a huge game. A week ago, the thriller against Buffalo. The Bills came from behind to beat them. This past Sunday, it was the San Francisco 49ers, a team they don't see all the time, a team with one of the best defenses in football, and a team maybe a little hell-bent on avenging their loss in Super Bowl 54 when they last met 3 years ago. Here we go with our fastest 3 minutes. And Super Bowl 54 was Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes coming from behind. Same coaches, Andy Reid and Kyle Shanahan. Many of the names have changed. Only 12 Chiefs left from that Super Bowl team. One of them, Mecole Hardman. He had 3 touchdowns. Chiefs roll up a big number, win 44-23. Dak is back, but the defense for Dallas never left. 5 turnovers forced against the Lions. Dallas 5-2. Tom Coughlin left his mark with both the Jacksonville and New York Giant franchises, still raising money for charity in both cities. Daniel Jones, Giants at Jacksonville, down 4 late. Ran for 100 yards. Saquon Barkley, he ran for 100 yards. G-Man, they're 6-1 for the first time since 2008. Certainly the Bucs would get it together, but no! It's looked like this for Tom Brady and Mike Evans this year. Against third-string quarterback for Carolina, P.J. Walker, to Tommy Tremble. Panthers beat the Bucs. They fall to 3-4, but certainly Aaron Rodgers and the Packers wouldn't fall to 3-4 against Washington. Wrong! Taylor Heineke to Terry McLaurin. Rodgers and Brady's teams, same time in the season, below 500, only 3 times. While they're losing, the Jets are winning. Brees Lightning Hall. Unfortunately, knee injury later, but the Jets win in Denver. First time they've been 5-2 since 2010. Ravens say hello to Ed Reed and T. Sizz and Ray Lewis as they're back 10 years after winning the Super Bowl for Baltimore. Calais Campbell, Ravens defense, close the door on Cleveland. Ravens don't blow a lead at home. They win, and they're 4-3. Cincinnati. Joe Burrow, almost 350 in the first half, almost 500 for the game. Bengals roll Atlanta, they're 4-3. Fittingly for Halloween, Andrew Adams, the Adams family. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Tennessee's DB picks off Matt Ryan. The Titans sweep the Colts again. Kenneth Walker, 168 on the ground for Seattle. Who knew Seattle hosting the Giants would be a huge game in Week 8? Josh Jacobs, give me the ball in the second half for he had 3 touchdowns then. Raiders beat Houston, going away 38-20 late. We do it on NFL Primetime every Sunday live with Booger on ESPN+, then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whenever you want it. Susie?
Okay, Boom, see you at halftime. Right now, let's take a look at good calls presented by Subway. Adam, who should fantasy owners be picking up on the waiver wire?
Well, Susie, Chuba Hubbard ran as the #1 starting running back in Carolina yesterday. Left the game at the end with a sprained ankle. I'm told he's day-to-day, should be okay for this week. McCole Hardman came on huge for Kansas City yesterday. We told you in this space last week about Gus Edwards. Hopefully you listen. We'll tell you about Gus the Bus once again. And Paris Campbell coming on, and we'll wonder about his chemistry with the Colts' new starting quarterback, Sam Ehlinger.
Always listen to Adam. Coming up next, Mac Jones returns from his ankle injury tonight for New England. Joe Buck and Troy Aikman join the show to discuss what we should expect from Jones as he faces the Bears. Also, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs bounced back in a big way Sunday with their win over the 49ers. A closer look at the big win by KC. We'll be right back.
DraftKings Sportsbook is an official sports betting partner of the NFL. And this week, new customers can bet $5 and win $200 in free bets if your team's moneyline bet wins. Download the app and use code COUNTDOWN when you sign up.
It's time to put a DraftKings spin on Bears Patriots. I'm Jesse Cofield. He's Josh Applebaum. Josh, what do bettors need to know about this one?
Two non-conference teams trending in opposite directions here, Jesse. You have the Patriots, who are flying high. They've won 2 straight. The Bears, they're struggling. They've lost 3 in a row. New England is favored in this Monday Night Football showdown. Let's see if they can cover the number.
Thanks, Josh. DraftKings Sportsbook is an official sports betting partner of the NFL. And this week, new customers can bet $5 on any team and pocket $200 in free bets if their moneyline bet wins. Download the app and use promo code COUNTDOWN when you sign up.
It's the greatest sandwich roster ever assembled.
Next is the new Great Garlic.
The tender rotisserie-style chicken is sublime, and the roasted garlic aioli adds a lovely piquant flavor.
Man, the second retirement really changed you. The new Subway series. What's your pick?
The only thing I regret about my life was hiring local talent. If I knew about Upwork, I would have hired actually talented people from all over the world, instead of talentless people from all over my house.
I was thinking, you and I could team up.
So satisfying.
All the heroics in one place. See where it takes you. Prime Video.
So nice you guys could stop by.
We really need new floors, but Gary's so tight with the budget.
It's actually a lot less than we thought.
This is nice.
It's time to love your floors. Lumber Liquidators is now LL Flooring. Right now, save on Bellawood, hardwood, and more.
At Men's Warehouse, we'll help you look your best for wedding season. We'll help groomsmen look more groomed, proud fathers look more proud, officiants look more official, and best friends look better than ever. Men's Warehouse. Love the way you look.
What does the future of strength look like? It's dynamic weight that adjusts for you in real time for a more efficient workout. And you can only experience it on Tonal.
Jameson, the smooth triple distilled whiskey, knows when people
Guess you really had to be there.
just get you. That's when this spark just happens. So pull up a chair. There's always a seat for you at the table. Jameson, widen the circle.
Welcome back to Monday Night Countdown, presented by Subway.
The noise can be deafening during games. It can be demoralizing in between them.
The Bears are off the worst situation in the NFL.
Turnovers was going to be a problem for this New England Patriots team.
Offensively, they ain't what they supposed to be.
With performances ranging from promising
Patriots seem to have a quarterback controversy.
Or do they look better with Bailey Zappi?
to uninspired.
He has stolen all hope the Bears have.
This is a tough one to stomach.
Judgment has filled airwaves about the Patriots and the Bears.
This isn't the same type of pressure it is in college. Let him start swinging.
Right now, it's not a very good football team.
there's only one sure way to make it stop. Win.
Whatever I got to do out there to get this done, I'm going to do it. I'm ready to go.
But there's a difference between knowing the path and walking it.
When you're at the bottom, too high, too small, all you do is walk up.
Rise to the moment.
Mac Jones! Sensational!
Shut out the noise. And hear only the cheers. Starting now on Monday Night Football.
Who will rise to the moment tonight at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts, as we count you down to Bears Patriots, a soggy night with as much fog as there is excitement in the air. It's a big night for young quarterbacks. The Patriots get their captain back. Mac Jones missed 3 games. It'll be good to see him back in action. And then Justin Fields picked 4 spots ahead of Mac in the first round of the 2021 draft, simply striving to get better each game. It's been a rough ride for Fields. As we say hi to Joe and Troy, and I bet Troy can feel his pain.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that, and we're going to get to that in just a second. But right now, Susie, I'm still trying to come to grips with the fact that I just saw my wife at midfield here in Foxborough aim a musket up here at the booth and fire. Anyway.
She missed.
She did miss, so here we are. Let's talk about Justin Fields. Here he is in year 2. He's made 16 starts. They want to see more definitive work from him in the pocket. Get rid of the ball and avoid some of these sacks.
Yeah, well, that's been a problem. It goes back to last year as well, and he's taken a number of hits and has taken a number of sacks. A big part of that has been all of the changes that have been made along that offensive line. They've turned a lot of players loose. There's more changes in that offensive line tonight. The young rookie at left tackle, he's had his share of growing pains as well. But then when everything's been perfect, Justin Fields hasn't gotten the ball out either. As you see here, that's open in the NFL. Ball's got to come out. You've got to trust that the receiver's going to win. And then when everything has been perfect, these are the plays that they've just not been able to connect on. And you have to hit those if you're going to have success and win these close games that they've just been unable to close out.
Yeah, they haven't been able to close out games. Now on the other side, the Patriots have something going here, and they're excited about their rookie class. They really drafted well. They've got 2 quarterbacks now. Susie talked about it. It seems like Mac Jones is going to start, but we could see both quarterbacks here tonight.
I think there's a real good chance we will. It's a question as to whether or not Mac Jones can make it through a 60-minute ball game. But I really like what the young rookie has done through his 2 starts. Who wouldn't? He's protected the football for the most part. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate with the ball as well. But I also think he's benefited from some of the things that the Patriots were struggling with early. They weren't as good up front as what they now are. Mac Jones obviously had some of those turnovers. He's got to correct some of that, but I'm a big believer in Mac Jones. I think he's a terrific talent, and I know he's chomping at the bit to get out there and play tonight.
Yeah, he set franchise rookie records last year. They had 10 wins. They got to the playoffs. Susie, we will likely see both, but it's Mac Jones, it appears, to get the start tonight for the Patriots.
All right, Joe, I think you only have to worry if Michelle decides that it's a souvenir she wants to bring home with her. Back to the biggest game headlines from Sunday. Lots of hype for this matchup as Patrick Mahomes led his Chiefs into Santa Clara, the Niners debuting their newest weapon. But Christian McCaffrey was really a non-factor just mere hours after joining the team. This was showtime for Mahomes, his first 400-yard game of the season. The Chiefs had a season-high 529 yards. Their wide receivers combined for 5 receiving and rushing touchdowns. Chiefs roll on the road.
To go out against a defense like this and show that we can still be explosive and have those big plays, I think that will bode well for us as the season goes on because people don't know where it's going to come from. We have guys everywhere on this offense. I mean, the receivers obviously had a big day today. The tight ends have had big days. Running backs have had big days. That's just going to be who we are as an offense. It's going to be everybody. It all starts up front, and the offensive line plays like they did today. We'll have a good day as an offense. We have a lot of playmakers on this team.
And against one of the better defenses in the NFL, although banged up, the Chiefs' offense was a thing of beauty. Is this the best version yet? Over to Boog.
Appreciate it, Susie. Yeah, I mean, guys, we saw the Chiefs put up 500 yards against the #1 defense, and they did it without Tyreek Hill. So now we're back to that question.
Hey, one thing I will not handle here is any Tyreek slander.
It's not going to be any slander. No
okay, just make sure that because it is not. You're going to be better with Tyreek Hill. Of course. All right, so let's settle that and then move on.
They did put up 500 yards, so RG3, how we like this Chiefs offense now?
I'm sorry, Steve.
But
It could be better.
Patrick Mahomes has proven that he doesn't need Tyreek to play at an elite level.
That's fine.
Okay. And now their offense is better without Tyreek Hill. Let me show you. They use pre-snap motion more than anybody, and no one wants to play man. So they get a 4-on-3, and trust me, that's not the 4-3 defense that they wanted to play. And Mecole Hardman shows you why speed can't be coached as he takes it to the house. Shout out Mark Jones. And here you got Juju Smith-Schuster. They got him at the point of the bunch. What does he do? He's a gadget guy. He does everything you need. And he's showing people that he doesn't just create content on TikTok, but he creates touchdowns on the field. And it's 3rd and 11. We got off-man coverage. And what does Patrick Mahomes do? He finds Marquez Valdez-Scantling down the field. If he's hitting go balls versus off-man, I don't know what you're going to do. And in the red zone, guess who else you got to worry about? It's this guy, Justin Watson. Patrick Mahomes surveys the defense and delivers an arrow for a touchdown. And guys, I didn't even mention Travis Kelce and his 98 yards receiving, or Steve, the 100 yards rushing by the running back in the offensive line.
Right. Yeah.
This offense is better without Tyreek.
It's better for two reasons. One, Patrick Mahomes is better than he was a couple of years ago. He's getting out of the huddle and the offensive line.
That's what I think. It takes 3.5 guys to
Right.
replace Tyreek Hill, and I think that's a compliment to Tyreek. But in some ways, you're right, Robert. It's more sustainable to defend. But I think this is a team that invested 2 years ago heavily into this offensive line, and I think we're seeing that bear fruit. The Niners is one of the best defensive fronts in football, and make no mistake about it, if Patrick Mahomes has 4 hitches back there, I mean, this guy's a generational talent. I really don't care who's out there playing with him. He's going to dice you up.
The number
He's
one
going to dice you up.
Right. You make a great statement. Listen, are they better? No. You don't lose Kevin Durant to become a better team. That's what Tyreek Hill is. Are they different?
No, they're better.
Listen, guys.
Are
Tyreek,
they different?
I know he's listening.
Are they different? Yes, they're different, but they're not better. They're different.
You're talking about Tyreek. It's not about that.
Let's break it down
Patrick
even.
Mahomes a better player? He's gotten better.
Yes, he has
Is
gotten
his
better.
offensive line better?
Yes.
It's gotten better.
Yes.
So it's
their
a better
offense
football
is
team.
better.
Yep.
Now, does he miss Tyreek Hill? Yes, he
Yeah.
misses the explosiveness. But they are a better offense because they're harder to defend and more multiple. That's it.
I'll give you that one. Now, let's go to the other side. Christian McCaffrey out there in you guys' hometown. He comes over. Now, the 49ers have a multitude of weapons. Where do we see this offense going? And is there still a ceiling now with all those weapons?
I mean, I think the NFC is still wide open. I think, listen, to evaluate what Christian did on a day and a half of prep is ridiculous.
Agreed.
I really love the aspect of putting him in the box. And what do you do now with him and Kittle in the box? Right? Like the matchups that they're going to be able to get
Debo as well,
with this
right?
run game, with Debo in there. I mean, you can't have, how many DBs are you going to put on the field to cover these guys, right? And then you got this run game. So I'd love the move, in fact, but I think time will tell. Like if this bears fruit for them, can it really take them over the top?
I think they have a lot of weapons, but I still think with Jimmy Garoppolo, there's a ceiling. What they did with Jimmy is say, hey, Jimmy, we know you're limited, but we're going to give you more weapons than you could ever imagine and see if you can get it done.
Robert's going to break this down, but the stat you need to see off of TV yesterday, 1 in 30 when the 49ers enter the fourth quarter down by 3 or more. 1 in 30.
But you're not surprised with that, are you?
But what I'm saying is the explosiveness is not there.
I got you.
And so in that way, when you go against Kansas City with the explosiveness, when you go, and so RG, break down what makes sense of that
when
stat.
you have Jimmy Garoppolo as your quarterback with all the offensive weapons they have championship weapons, but not the quarterback to take them there. And the reason is everybody else has to do everything right for Jimmy G to keep you in the fight. The defense has to keep him under 20 points. The wide receivers, Debo has to take a 5-yard hitch and turn it into a 50-yard touchdown. George Kittle's got to make an amazing play. That's the problem for the 49ers right now. He doesn't have the ability to outshoot a Patrick Mahomes, and everybody else's job is harder.
Speaking of Patrick Mahomes, that defense has a long night thinking about what Patrick Mahomes did to him. Patrick Mahomes was outstanding. Christian McCaffrey, we hope at some point that he can get that 49ers offense going. Susie, one thing we know after watching Michelle shoot the gun, I'm about to get off this field really, really quick.
Oh, jeez. Hey, look, guys, for the Chiefs, that's a nice way to go into the bye, 5-2 at the top of the AFC West. So Week 7 Sunday was a day of some pretty bad injuries and also dramatic moves. Want to start with the Colts and what they've done today?
They benched Matt Ryan, and it's for the season, according to the head coach, Frank Reich. And they're going to go with Sam Ehlinger, who's never thrown a pass in the NFL, but they've gotten tired of seeing Matt Ryan turn over the football, get sacked. be immobile in the pocket. And so they're hoping for a boost here from Sam Ehlinger, who will start on Sunday against the Washington Commanders. And you have to wonder if that's the end for Matt Ryan. Now take a look at some of the big injuries from Sunday, Susie. Breece Hall, who might have been the Offensive Rookie of the Year, out for the year with a torn ACL. J.C. Jackson, the high-priced free agent, ruptured patella tendon, gone for the year. Mike Williams will miss multiple weeks with a high ankle sprain. And DK Metcalf escaped serious injury but could miss a little bit of time with a patellar tendon injury that will not require surgery.
That's good news because the Seahawks have really been one of the surprising stories of this season. Geno Smith playing great and the defense coming along as well. And you know, on Monday, you've got choices. You can listen to Joe, Troy, and Lisa on ESPN, or Eli and Peyton on ESPN 2.
Omaha. Omaha. Let me just say, Omaha. Omaha. Let me just say, Omaha. Omaha. Let me just say, Omaha.
All right, so Peyton posted this. This is a hint of just one of their guests over on ESPN 2
Barack
tonight.
Obama will be on the Manning cast tonight, Susie.
We'll be on lots of great guests, including the 44th President of the United States. Coming up, Steve, Robert, and Alex head to the QB corner to break down what they saw in Week 7. See why Steve was encouraged by how Tua Tagovailoa looked in his first game back. Also, coaching legends talk about the lessons they've learned from the great Bill Belichick on the night the Patriots head coach may pass the legendary George Halas on the all-time wins list. And we'll take you inside a story of true friendship between Bears running back David Montgomery and a young fan from Iowa.
You know, if Hunter's having a rough week, he'll FaceTime him and vice versa.
I miss you.
I miss you too, buddy.
How do you ever repay somebody for giving your son that type of a relationship? I don't think you can.
Listen up, we got a problem. A lot of you are skipping lunch like it doesn't matter. Well, this year we take a lunch, a hearty lunch, one with chunky soup. Chunky soup? Let's go! Let's go! Woo! Lunchtime is your halftime.
Wakanda showed us all that nothing is impossible. So how will you share your brilliance with the world? Keep forging your own path. And keep shining for everyone to see. After all, you never know where you'll find inspiration to bring the next great idea to life.
See Marvel Studios' Black Panther: Wakanda Forever in theaters November 11th.
Can I help you?
I wanted to mail this.
Okay. Layla is our messenger pigeon.
What? Oh my God.
This is mostly secure. Mostly. Fairly secure. Yes, sir.
This is crazy.
You know what else is crazy? That SMS text that he's sending? It's unencrypted. Other people might see your text just like other people might see that letter.
You're kidding.
No.
Can you get to that? I wanna know if you can get to that. Can you get?
I remember the day you asked, "What now, Dad?" So I said, find a job. Any job. Work hard. That's just how it is. But of course, you didn't listen. You showed me there's another way. I'm proud of you.
What kind of person would come here at 5:45 a.m.? Well, there's Carly, a carpenter, just like her dad. There's Juan. He's building a house and a better life. Lamar needs a torch for welding school. Ed's putting in a pool for a friend. That's who's in our parking lot at 5:45 a.m. Real customers made for doing. And at the Home Depot, everything we do for them.
Hey, Gary. You been up there all night?
Yeah, just keeping watch.
You need Simply Safe's wireless outdoor security camera. It has a 140-degree field of view and color night vision.
The wireless outdoor security camera from Simply Safe.
Exclusively on ESPN+. Get ready for an AFC showdown. Live from London at a special time of 9:30 a.m. Eastern.
Here's how to get in on the action. Go to espnplus.com/NFL or go to the ESPN Plus tab in the ESPN app. Once you sign up, you'll get access to this exclusive game and all the NFL content ESPN Plus has to offer. Go to espnplus.com/NFL for more details.
Welcome back to Monday Night Countdown, presented by Subway.
Welcome back to Monday Night Countdown, and it's time for the segment that all the defensive players around the NFL has to love. We give the defenders a little love, RG.
We need to, because offensive guys get way too much credit in this league, so let's show what these big boys had going on.
Little segment we call House Calls, so let's get this started. It's actually started on Thursday night. Saints, Cardinals, Andy Dalton looking down the field, looking for Chris Olave, but he finds Isaiah Simmons.
Oh, no, Isaiah Simmons picks it up, and look at the big man roll to the end zone for the house call.
How we feel about them black uniforms?
I love those black uniforms, and the Cardinals is on fire. Then we got DeAndre Campbell. Listen, Taylor Heineke looking for J.D. McKissick, but he's picked off by Devondre Campbell, and he returns it 63 yards to the house.
And what about the block by number 7, Quay Walker, right there at the end? Love that effort by the rookie, Quay Walker from Georgia. Then we're going to go to a little college football. Iowa at Ohio State. C.J. Stroud is in the pocket. He gets walked by Joe Evans. A scoop and score, baby.
Hey, now C.J. Stroud's had a heck of a year, but this one right here, he knows he wish he had back. He picks it up, gets it in the end zone. That might be the only touchdown Iowa scored all day.
Nothing like a defensive lineman scoring, though, baby.
Not at all. And then we got the Colts and the Titans. Matt Ryan's pass intended for Paris Campbell, intercepted by Andrew Adams. What you think about that, Bug?
R.I.P. to Matt Ryan's career.
Oh, man.
I'm just being honest.
That's what Frank Reich said.
That's exactly what it is. But first of all, if you're Matt, you can't be throwing blind out there in the flat, though. Come on, man. You're selling the church's money. And last but not least, RG, for me, this was the best one, all right? Saints, Cardinals, Andy Dalton again. I feel like we repeated that a lot tonight. He's looking for Marquez Callaway. It bounces off the hands right into Marco Wilson. And look at the flying touchdown.
Oh, Marco Wilson went whee into the end zone. I mean, how high did he get? Oh, just another house call. Beautiful.
Here's the thing I want to know. When you scored your one of many touchdowns, did you ever go into the end zone like that?
I never went like that. And he did that because he ain't seen the end zone all that often. When you get there, you got to celebrate, baby.
I love it. Susie, that is house calls. Maybe one day, Susie, if you were to ever score, you could fly into the end zone like that.
In my dreams, guys. So let's talk about the Bears' strength. Their run game, for all the struggles this season, their run game has been a bright spot. A three-headed monster that has them ranked number 2 overall in the NFL. And even though David Montgomery doesn't lead the team in yards, he does lead them in setting the tone and perhaps even more importantly, perspective. As we say hi once again to Michelle Weisner-Buck.
Hey, Susie. Well, what we're about to show you is definitely going to bring perspective. You know, sometimes we forget that underneath these helmets and these uniforms, NFL players are just people. And this story about a very special friendship between Bears running back David Montgomery and a very strong and brave little boy named Hunter Erb will remind all of us that life is precious and that an imperfect heart can actually be perfect.
Go, David, go.
Go, Dave.
Go, 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 go.
About a 6-hour drive west of Chicago is Boone, Iowa. In this small town, you'll hear the enthusiastic roars of a 10-year-old Bears fan, Hunter Erb.
Yeah! Yeah! Touchdown!
He is just like every other 10-year-old boy. He's into Legos and PlayStation 5, and he loves football.
This is how they make the Iowa State logo.
When did you first notice his love for football?
Probably when he was walking, he'd love to run up to the TV and look at it and come back.
But unlike most fans, Hunter shares a connection with Bears running back David Montgomery that goes beyond adorning a jersey.
Every time they have a game, the kids always send him some sort of video message. You know, if Hunter's having a rough week, he'll FaceTime him and vice versa.
We're gonna get you to another game this year, okay?
How do you ever repay somebody for giving your son that type of a relationship? I don't think you can.
I miss you.
I miss you too, buddy. All right, love you, buddy.
Love you too.
November 14th, 2011. Stephanie and Patrick Erb welcomed their firstborn child, Hunter, at 7:56 p.m. 24 hours later, they learned that their son was in the fight of his life, all stemming from a congenital heart defect that went undetected during pregnancy.
They basically told us that they weren't sure he was going to make it. So that was quite a shock as a new parent, and your world gets turned upside down with this, what you thought was a healthy baby, and then you're just fighting for every minute of his life at 2 days old.
Hunter underwent 8 procedures in the first year of his life. Then in 2013, more devastating news when doctors diagnosed Hunter with pulmonary vein stenosis, a rare condition when the blood vessels narrow, going from the heart to the lungs. There is no cure.
At that point, we were given less than a 3% chance of him surviving that current condition.
How has Hunter been through all of this?
Oh, he's a rock star. He's my hero. I know I say that every time, but he is. This kid should hate the world with everything he's been through, and all he does is smile.
Where do you get your strength from? How did you get to be so strong?
God made me.
Even though his heart condition limited his physical activity, nothing could stop Hunter from becoming a huge football fan, with big dreams of crossing the goal line for Iowa State University.
Yesterday was Hunter's birthday. He turned 6 years old. He's a big Cyclone fan. Hunter's biggest dream is to score a touchdown.
Walk me through the first time that you and Hunter met.
So he comes in the huddle, this little guy, little pipsqueak, and you can just see him like fuming with confidence. Since I've been in college, I've always called him Hunt Dizzle, and I was leading for him on a run play, and I threw out one cut block, and then I got back up and blocked it again, and and he scored. And it's the joy and the passion on his face. It was amazing.
When they all lift me up, and I was like, oh, wow. David signed my helmet, and then we just started talking, and that's how we became friends.
Happy birthday, dear Hunter. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah! Years of friendship meant countless times that David was by Hunter's side for support, including one hospital visit where administering an IV became an excruciating process.
It was daunting. I've never seen him scream or cry the way he did. And, the needle got closer, and I'm like, just squeeze my hand as tight as you want. I promise you, it won't hurt.
When he holds your hand, how much strength and how much support do you feel?
1 billion.
He's crazy. I probably got more strength from him to be able to go through that experience and to be trusted by somebody. It was amazing.
If Hunter is sitting at home watching this, what would you want to say to him? What would that message be?
The message that I had to say to Hunt Dizzle is, Hunter, I'm so grateful and thankful for the impact that you had in my life. Being able to kind of go through what he went through and still be able to have a positive mindset. You learn to not take the small things for granted. I'm just so blessed to have him and his family in my life.
I can tell that we are gonna be friends.
And the support that they have for one another goes both ways. On September 25th, 2022, David hosted the Erb family when the Bears took on the Texans. David suffered a leg injury during that game, and who was there by his side with his arm around David, reassuring him that everything was going to be okay? Of course, it was Hunter. Now, as for Hunter's health today, he is clinically stable, but his heart condition has to be monitored daily with medications and with oxygen. I can tell you, though, Hunter is a happy little boy. He's got great support at the school that he goes to, great friends, and his family is doing everything they can to make sure that he lives the most normal life that he possibly can. Susie?
It's a beautiful story, Michelle. Thanks. And this is the final season of Montgomery's rookie contract, and his approach, a reflection of what he's learned from Hunter, saying, I'm not worried about a contract. I'm just playing football and having fun doing that. Everything else will take care of itself. I've got no worries in the world. Way to go, David. Look forward to watching you work tonight. Counting you down to Bears, Patriots.
Zach Brown, Mr. Worldwide. This is how you change the world. Let's ride.
Get lost with me tonight. Cruise slow motion, chase the sun as we burn one down. Get lost with me tonight. We go high as a mother. Nothing's gonna stop us now.
Where there's a pet, there's always this. That's why we have innovations like the Maytag Pet Pro Laundry Pair. So you and your favorite sweater can forget all about those hairy situations. Shop Maytag and more exclusive out-of-the-blue innovations at Lowe's.com.
Whopper, 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 Junior, Double, Triple, Whopper, Impossible or Bacon Whopper. I rule this day. And BK, have it your way.
The number 3 means perfection. It's a party, not a crowd. In some places on Earth, it even evokes the divine. Choose between the advanced and dynamic 330i, the adrenaline-inducing M340i, or the electrified 330e. It really is a magic number. The 3. BMW, the ultimate driving machine. See your local BMW center today for exceptional lease and finance offers.
So?
The new iPhone 14 Pro. It's amazing.
Yep, the camera is incredible. And you'll get our best deal.
Nice. But everyone should get it.
Everyone can get it.
Every new customer.
And every existing customer.
Every iPhone.
Every iPhone.
Every iPhone.
Every iPhone.
Okay, my work here is done. Everyone gets the best deal on every iPhone.
Best one yet.
Everyone gets AT&T's best deals on every iPhone, including up to $800 off iPhone 14 Pro.
Are you coming for my job?
This is NFL Plus, and this is for the Sunday shifters, the game time babysitters, the cross-country long haulers, and the poolside ballers. This is for the OT stay-up all-nighters, the never-miss-a-moment ride-or-diers, for the casual fan, the obsessed fan, for every fan. This is the NFL in your hand. Live games, replays, films, and shows. This is NFL Plus, your game on the go. NFL Plus. Start your free trial today.
When we started our business, we were paying like an arm and a leg for the postage. I remember setting up ShipStation. I think it was just like 1 or 2 clicks. Everything was up and running. I was printing out labels and saving money.
ShipStation saves us so much time. It makes it really easy and seamless. Pick an order, print everything you need, slap the label onto the box, and it's ready to go.
Our cost for shipping, like, we're cut in half, just like that.
ShipStation, the #1 choice of online sellers. Go to shipstation.com/try and get 2 months free.
I got this mountain bike for only $11.
DealDash.com, the fair and honest bidding site. This KitchenAid mixer sold for less than $26. This iPad sold for less than $43. And this PlayStation 5 sold for less than $1.
I won these Bluetooth headphones for $20.
I got these 3 suitcases for less than $40.
And shipping is always free.
Go to DealDash.com right now and see how much you can save.
Welcome back to Monday Night Countdown, presented by Subway.
You got me feeling like it's Sunday. You got me saying hallelujah, saying praise. You got me feeling like the night is gone and the sun is here to stay. Whoa, you got me feeling like the weekend. You give me something to believe in when I'm swimming in the deep end. Sky is baby blue and the blues are gone away.
All right, welcome back. We got my quarterbacks here on the field, our favorite spot. All three of us are trying to think about how we can get back on the field and play some more because it ends too quickly. But for some guys, especially yesterday, want to pay it off for Tua Tagovailoa. He had a tough couple of weeks with the head injuries and all the doubts and fears that come with it. And to get back on the field, and we have a little quick tape for what I saw yesterday was the same footwork I saw pre-injury, I see here. And look at his processing power as he and his footwork is so perfect and finds the extra third or fourth guy across the field for the touchdown. That is the processing I saw earlier. Here again, watch him work the safety. Too deep, you see the focus lights. He's gonna fit it in, his eyes are moving, and that allows when your feet are set, it tells you that your eyes are, and your mind is calm. Here we are on the run. I don't like this. I know he wants to show I'm back, I'm strong, I'm not afraid, I'm Tua, and here it is. You do not take on linebackers. Do not take on DBs. I'm afraid that he, like all of us, are not great advocates for our safety. And until the protocol system gets out of the subjective nature of it, you know this when they ask you, how do you feel? I feel great.
Yeah, I agree with you. He didn't need to take that unnecessary hit, and you're talking to a guy who took a lot of unnecessary hits, okay?
We all did.
All right?
Yes.
So now when you talk about Tua, we got to talk about Joe Burrow and the day that he had. Alex, you talked about it last week or a couple weeks ago, how he wasn't really adjusting to what's going on. But let me show you him playing Joe Burrow ball now. Under duress, doesn't get a chance to step into the throw. He unlocks the hip and drops a 60-yard bomb for a touchdown. So Joe Burrow's now making the adjustments, and he's saying, hey, you guys want to play safety over the top of Jamar Chase? I don't care. I'm going to make a back shoulder throw and let my guy go to work for me. Jamar Chase coming in with the touchdown reception, running for it. The Bengals look like they are on a roll, fellas, and it's just beautiful to see. 481 passing yards.
It took a month. It took a month.
It's the preseason.
And a long
preseason. And an appendix. Don't forget about the appendix. I think the whole AFC got put on notice with the Bengals a little bit. But for me, I want to go back to Sunday. I want to talk about the Green Bay and the Commander game. For me, this was the end of the final drive. Here we see the Green Bay Packers in a bit of a 2-minute situation. Aaron in the gun. They're spread out. He gets great protection up front. And this looked like vintage Aaron Rodgers rolling on his right and an absolute BB down the sideline. Amari Rodgers doesn't come up with the catch, but a couple plays later, here we are again. Similar scenario, spread out, 2-minute. Rodgers in the gun, gets great pro, rolls to his left, and then this is just an absurd throw and catch with Aaron Jones. And for me, this is crazy. Do you know that was his first scrambling touchdown of the season? And for me, this has always been such a big part of Aaron's game and Green Bay's game, the off-rhythm, scramble throws.
He's the master
He's
of
one
the
of the best of all time.
after the play.
And so for me, it's a little bit, they're having their struggles right now, but I'd love to see him continue to trust his legs. And for Matt LaFleur, do everything he can to kind of foster situations where Aaron can use his creativity and get on the run.
If anybody's going to get them out of the hole, it's going to be Aaron Rodgers. They got to run the ball, but I would love to see, like you said, some more of him getting jiggy with it in the open field.
We still trust these old veterans, Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers, to come back and do something. I do.
I do want to, someone's coming out of this.
All right. Well, that's it for QB Corner. That's all we got, guys. Susie, back to you.
All right, I know you trust the old vets. No, you guys can't play tonight. So let's talk about tonight's game. And beyond the Patriots quarterback situation with Mac Jones and Bailey Zappi, the story of the night is Bill Belichick continuing to move up the all-time wins list. He enters tonight with 324 wins, including the playoffs, tied with George Halas for the second most in NFL history. Both trail only Don Shula, who had 347 career wins. As he chases history, Belichick's accomplishments transcend the NFL.
This is a great day for the New England Patriots. I'm very excited to introduce to you our new head coach, Bill Belichick.
Just winning. You know, it's the only thing that's important for him.
I have a tremendous amount of respect for him and what he's been able to do.
No one has done it better than Bill in any sport.
We won 4 World Series in the first 5 years I was with the Yankees. My team never had enough of it. So that's basically what I see from the New England Patriots.
And the Patriots are Super Bowl champions, the best team in the National Football League.
he can stay like laser focused to a greater degree for a longer period of time than anybody else that I've ever really been around.
And the New England Patriots have won the Super Bowl.
There are demons in success that you have to beat. He's been able to do that.
3 out of 4. Yes, it's a dynasty.
Really defines the expectation for everybody in the organization, creates a culture of accountability around that.
A 4th Lombardi trophy is headed to one Patriot place.
Success can make you complacent, can make you selfish, but to be at that level of success, come on.
I can't believe it!
One thing about winning all the time is that everybody puts on their Sunday best to beat you.
And they have tied an NFL record, 6 Super Bowl championships.
They make a name for themselves if they can beat the New England Patriots. He's number one for me.
Alex, what's the biggest memory of playing against Bill Belichick team?
Oh, for me, it was Bill always made you play left-handed. No offense, Steve. You know, but then, like, anything you had, anything that you did well, and you came here to play, like, he was taking it away. And so he always made you, as you played him more, you always had to try and think like a couple steps ahead. Well, what's Bill going to do this week? And it was always something different.
He was in your head.
Yeah,
he was in your head on Wednesday.
Yes.
That's what made him great. No left-hand slanter now.
Adam, what stands out for you, just like notable moments in Bill's history?
Well, let's take a look at some of those, Susie. If we look at his first career win, it came September 8th, 1991, when he was the Browns head coach, and he was going up against the Patriots. People forget, Belichick coached the Browns for 5 seasons from 1991 to 1995. He was then fired as the Browns head coach, wound up with Bill Parcells for 4 seasons on the Patriots and the Jets.
Due to the various uncertainties surrounding my position as it relates to the team's new ownership, I've decided to resign as the head coach of the New York Jets.
And there was the end of his brief tenure with the Jets, which led to this. 6 Super Bowl titles in New England, the most by any coach in NFL history. He is now on the verge of becoming the second all-time NFL winning head coach. 1 win tonight, passes George Halas.
Hey, Boog, you had some pretty good success against Bill, didn't you?
Yeah, and you know what? Here's the thing. It's always tough.
Wait, what do you...
When I was with Indianapolis, we had some great success. Yes, it's called a Super Bowl ring. Wow.
I was just trying to get the stats on
Yeah, I know you.
Let's talk about tonight and the intriguing gamesmanship regarding the quarterbacks. It's been shrouded in secrecy all week. I think we expect Daniel Jones back from his ankle injury to get the start, but we could also see Bailey Zappi, who did such a great job in relief. Either way it goes, stay tuned for must-see TV. An unprecedented dynasty with 6 Super Bowls have given the Patriots plenty to cheer for. During that time, everyone knew their name, but of late, the Patriots aren't as cheerful. Since Tom Brady left, they are 20-19 overall with no playoff wins. The saga of finding his successor has taken many twists and turns.
They told me that I vanished. They told me that I had it. They told me that I'm gone. I told them don't panic.
Give everybody an opportunity and see what happens.
Pens or reuse needles. Don't take Ozempic if you or your family ever had medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrineoplasia syndrome type 2 or are allergic to it. Stop Ozempic and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or an allergic reaction. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Gallbladder problems may occur. Tell your provider about vision problems or changes. Taking Ozempic with acetylcholineurea or insulin may increase low blood sugar risk. Side effects like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea may lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems.
Join the millions already taking Ozempic. Ask your healthcare provider about the Ozempic Trizone.
You may pay as little as $25 for a 3-month prescription.
This is Antonelli's Cheese Shop.
And we're the Antonellis.
Do good, eat good.
That's our mission.
We chose our Spark Cash Plus card from Capital One because it gives us unlimited 2% cash back on everything we buy.
And it has no preset spending limit, so our purchasing power adapts to our business needs. We use our 2% cash back to help cover our employees' healthcare costs.
And that's how we take care of our most valuable asset.
Our people. It may sound cheesy,
but we like it that way. What's in your wallet?
Include pancreatitis. Doug.
It's nice to unwind after a long week of telling people how Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. Showtime. I'm on fire tonight. Yes! Ringo, you're a natural. We're not counting that. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Thursday Night Football, only on Prime Video. The Ravens, the Bucks, it's for real. 2 generational quarterbacks. Lamar Jackson, Tom Brady.
Deep down the right sideline for Evans. He makes the catch. He's in for the score.
In a game for the ages.
All the way for the touchdown.
It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Let's go! Thursday Night Football, only on Prime Video.
A segment that lives up to its name every week. It's time for Monday Mayhem, which means we've got the Wheel of Chaos, and we've got 45 seconds on the clock for each of you. Hey, Mooch, you're up first. Let's spin this thing.
Spin it.
See what we get. It's all, you know, as if my anxiety wasn't enough. Coming in. Oh, Geno Smith. Got to see him in person yesterday over at SoFi Stadium. Yeah. He's got the Seahawks in first place in the NFC West right now.
Did you see that coming?
I did. I'm not going to lie to you.
Authority in front place. Geno Smith is playing better than any of us ever expected him to play. He is, in his career, he's been up and down, and we've seen good play from him at times. But consistently playing, he's leading the league in completion percentage. He only has 3 interceptions all season with 11 touchdowns. And you know what? This team, I like the way it's built. They got speed everywhere, MJ, at receiver, at DB, at running back with Kenneth Walker right now. Heck, he's playing with 2 rookie tackles, right and left tackles, and he's still finding time to get out of the pocket and complete passes. I really like this team. I'm shocked, but you know what? I don't think they're going to win the division. I think the Niners will, though.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Win that division.
Important note there for Mooch. I did see Pete Carroll on the sideline yesterday. Big old smile, and we can...
yeah, he's fired up.
All right, let's spin this thing one more time. Willie, I'm coming to you next.
Here we go.
Spin it.
Be ready. Let's go.
Oh,
Mahomie. Patrick Mahomes and this Chiefs team sent a memo to the entire league yesterday. 529 yards on offense against the Niners' #1 defense going against.
#1 total defense and #2 scoring defense. And I don't think there's any question now about how good not only Andy Reid and Eric Bieniemy is as far as designing plays, but the guys that they brought in, we wanted to know, can they fill the void, right? Can they get it done? They are getting it done. McCall Hardman, right? 3 touchdowns. I know 2 were rushed, but he had 1 in the air. Juju. Yeah. Everybody said, Juju's not fast. He's not this. He's not that. All he's doing is scoring touchdown and having big plays.
Is he a Long Beach Poly guy?
Is he a Long Beach Poly guy? And a USC guy? You know how
ironic.
This offensive line is doing good. Patrick Mahomes, they're running the football. They can attack you still in so many ways that it's ridiculous. And everybody thought that would be a huge fall off because they didn't have certain players and they lost players on the other side of the ball. Not even close. They are more dangerous, I think, now than they've ever been because they have to do it a certain way.
Mahomes is just delegating. He's doing a great job.
Mahomes said, doubt us if you want to. All right, we got one more spin, and David,
44
of course.
points?
Let's do it.
It's coming. I really didn't think that was that kind of game, but wow. Oh, Heineke. Taylor Heineke with a big win against the Packers. Are the Commanders maybe regretting not just starting Heineke from the beginning?
Yes. Why is it so hard, Mooch? Like, you got a guy, like Taylor Heineke, like, I know, man, I look at this, he's not, like, flashy, he doesn't have the big arm, he doesn't do a lot of the things that, like, Josh Allen or Pat Mahomes do, but when I watched him play from the jump, when he first showed up, he threw with crazy anticipation. He really trusts his guys. He obviously knows to throw it to Terry McLaurin, but he does such a good job. He weathers the storm. Like, they had some bad plays early in that game. He threw an interception, went all the way back for a touchdown. They had a fumble, but he kept battling. He kept hanging in there. He survived the weathered storm. Like, pressure around him, still eyes up the field. He's 5'2", maybe. Like, he's not even a big guy, but he plays great football. And he inspires his guys. Like, if you listen to Terry McLaurin talk about him after the game, that's all he wanted to talk about. Like, you want to talk about Taylor Heineke? Right. That's all Terry wanted to talk about. The captain of the team said, this guy's the guy. And they got a good enough defense, man. They got good enough playmakers. They can do something.
I love his resolve.
To that point, he has the locker room as well. Heineke and the Commanders will be in Indy Sunday to face the Colts, who just named Sam Ehlinger as the starter after benching Matt Ryan. Yammer?
All right, MJ, we got some breaking news just coming into the NFL Network newsroom moments ago. For a little bit more, Ian Rappaport is with us right now. Ian, what do you have?
Jets general manager Joe Douglas is at it again. Sources tell me that the New York Jets are trading for Jaguars running back James Robinson. The former 1,000-yard rusher now lands in New York, taking the place of Breece Hall, their breakout star rookie who tore his ACL and is now out for the season. The Jets, who are suddenly buyers at the trade deadline, now make a huge move to solidify a key spot. James Robinson now lands with the New York Jets.
Yeah, football in New York City. There's a lot of buzz and a lot of energy. Ian, always appreciate the details. All right, still to come here on Game Day Kickoff. It's presented by Chevron. How about Mac Jones? Going to see him on the football field. Missed the last couple games because of injury. Cannot wait to see what he can do in this offense at home against the Bears. But before that, we're actually going to sound the horn. Bowler alerts from Week 7.
Gotta put one foot in front of another. There's so much for us to discover. Oh, wow, slow down. Just take a moment to breathe. I got the power. I got the power. I need no doubt about it. Got every reason to believe. Won't try to fight it. Can't stop the fire inside of me. I got the power. I got the power. Gotta put.
To my #1 pick, welcome to life. You are already perfect. And here's some advice. Stay focused, stay hungry, be loyal, and lead. When the team feels like family,
That's all that you need.
there's only one you. You'll shine bright as a star. Just lead with your heart and be who you are.
Why is it looking that? Well, I'm not a cat expert because we don't have a cat. I'm telling you that I shut the slider last night. Are you sure about that? I closed it. Why don't we check the replay? That is very aggressive. I don't think.
This What Really Happened replay is brought to you by Progressive. One thing no one would challenge, saving money when you bundle home and auto with Progressive.
Yeah, that does look like me. That's because it is you.
Wherever we come from, we all have one thing in common. We all want the incredible new iPhone 14 Pro. Now at T-Mobile. T-Mobile gives you Apple TV Plus included. So watch your favorite Apple originals on iPhone's most advanced display ever. Get iPhone 14 Pro on us with Apple TV Plus included. Now at T-Mobile.
Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow, 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 follow the yellow brick road.
Heart-pounding design, intelligent technology, courageous performance. Discover a new world of possibilities with a bold new take on the Lexus RX. Never lose your edge.
Our season starts today. Jim said you beat him, Chiefs. On the ball. All right, do your job. High energy. Let's have some fun. Let's go.
This Saturday, college football is back on NFL Network as Coastal Carolina looks to continue their strong season against Marshall in a Sun Belt showdown. Saturday at 7, live on NFL Network.
It's big, it's back, and it's still $6. Get the big box y'all love today.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
If you watch football on TV, you need Fubo TV. Never miss a highlight with NFL Network. And with up to 1,000 hours of cloud DVR space, it's easy to record your favorite shows. Try free at FuboTV.com.
Whether you're looking to support your mental health, perform like you used to, or regrow your hair, Hims can help. Through Hims, you can get access to trusted treatments from licensed medical providers, 100% online. Get started today at forhims.com.
When home is where the harm is, safety is essential. We need support. We need safety. So, Safe Horizon remains for you, with you, through it all.
The NFL is headed to Germany for the first time. And you could get in on the action. We're sending one lucky fan plus 3 guests to Munich to watch Tom Brady and the Bucs take on DK Metcalf and the Seahawks. Winning fans will enjoy a week in Munich that also features a Bayern Munich European football match. No purchase necessary. To enter and for rules, visit NFL.com/Munich sweepstakes.
Welcome back to Game Day Kickoff, presented by Chevron. There's David Montgomery on the field for the Bears. We're taking you all the way to kickoff of Bears Patriots. Right now, though, we've got a VIP pass inside some of Week 7's winning locker rooms.
How about those Chiefs? How about that game? I love San Francisco.
Hey, obviously, great win, man. Hey, third quarter, that's our quarter. Yeah. So, hey, big plays, great job. Way to get after the football. Sweet, all the way through. Just understand this. If you believe in yourself and you trust in everybody else in this room, you got a chance. I promise you that.
Your hard work is paying off, okay? It isn't perfect, but football's an imperfect game. We know that, all right? But we're making some progress in some very specific areas, and that's why we won.
Got some grass stains, check. Yeah. Blood, check. Sweat, check. Okay, tape coming off, check. And a victory, check. Yeah, Denzel. It's for you, brother. Yeah.
We should dedicate this segment to the Carolina Panthers, considering what they were able to accomplish. But it is time for Baller Alert.
Yes.
Nothing better than those horns.
Nothing better. My man Mel Tucker, head coach of Michigan State, delivered Pete Carroll a gem. Kenneth Walker the third with no chase. 23 for 168, 2 touchdowns. Did you know this dude had 4.3 speed? How powerful some of the runs. Nobody's catching him. That's DBs he's running away from. In between the tackles on the outside, he did every single thing they asked him to do. That start and stop, that jump cut, the power.
Right here, there are 8 guys in the box. The safety is down at the line of scrimmage. You don't know, it might be man, it might be cover 3, but it's a 1-high safety. Bailey does a great job, a hard play action. This is one of their base runs. You get great suck by the linebackers, and you have a simple concept. The post route on the left, a deep cross on the right. Easy read for the quarterback. He can throw it over that linebacker for a great play. Another thing New England does, they'll have very similar looking plays. They just run the deep cross. Everything looks the same. The play action, the route, the stem is the same, except now the receiver makes it look like he's running the deep cross, puts his foot in the ground, and comes out back to the corner route. The defensive back is thinking, hey, they're going to run another deep cross. He overplays it, and they set it up for another big play. New England does a great job of setting all these plays up with their run, where the defense cannot key into exactly what they're doing.
All right, E, good stuff. Susie, we got a fun show tonight. We have the 44th President of the United States, Barack Obama, joining us. Eli, who else we got?
In the second half, we'll have Bill Burr and Vince Vaughn joining us, so it should be fun. Back to you, Susie.
And because you guys won't say it, I will. Bill Belichick closing in on history tonight. But Peyton, your team's beat him 8 times. That's the most for a quarterback. And Eli, 2 Super Bowl wins. What more can we say? Guys, have fun. Great guest list. We're looking forward to it, as always.
Thanks, Susie.
And now as we close in on kickoff, Adam, give us some late-breaking trade news.
All right, Susie, the Jets lost Breece Hall to a season-ending torn ACL. They just traded a conditional 6th-round pick that could become a 5th-round pick to Jacksonville for running back James Robinson, who had been used less and less in Jacksonville. Now in New York, he would figure to be the man with Michael.
Hold on a stake in the ground. I really love them going out and trying to make sure that they don't lose that identity.
And it says that they're not satisfied with their start.
Right, 5-2, we want more.
Exactly.
So the
now they need an offensive lineman, too.
Right?
The Packers should take note and go get somebody, right?
Any receiver they can find.
Let's see if the Jets can keep that momentum going. Let's keep it going right here with Come On Man. Robert, you're up.
Oh, here we go, people. We got the Saints at the Cardinals Thursday night football. It's tie game in the first half, and Andy Dalton throws it over the middle to Marquez Callaway, and it's bobbled, and Marco Wilson takes it, and he says, I believe I can fly into the end zone. And we get this really cool shot of Andy Dalton frustrated, and Marco Wilson coming in like a wrecking ball. Just hang that one in the loop, people. It should be an NFT immediately. Hey, Andy Dalton, who threw that pick? You! Come on, man!
Here we go, a little college football. West Virginia at Texas Tech. Mountaineers kicker Casey Legg lines up and drills a 38-yard field goal. But he appears to get hit on the kick as he's on the ground in pain.
Is he dead?
Until his teammates tell him to get up. All of a sudden, he's fine. Replay shows the Texas Tech defender barely touches his ankle.
Oh, God.
And Legg, a fitting name.
What is this, Premier League?
Ground, holding his knee. Hey, Casey Legg, come on, man.
All right, college game day at Oregon this past Saturday. Lee Corso getting ready to make his pick between UCLA and Oregon. Gets handed the duck head by the Oregon Duck, but he also gets a live duck who doesn't like to set too much and flies away. Moments later, the duck is returned to Corso, still with the mascot head on. And all's well that ends well. Duck for that duck in Oregon. Lots of duck talk. What's going on there? Hey, Lee Corso, what are you doing? Come on, man.
All right, back to Saints and Cardinals on Thursday night. DeAndre Hopkins, playing in his first game back from suspension, gets a warm welcome from the Arizona crowd. One fan greets him with a sign reading, "Welcome back, Hopins." Hopins. Hey, like the offense for the Cardinals, the fans are winging it as well. Come on, man.
76ers at Celtics. James Harden with the ball at the top of the key. Fakes a move to the basket and send Marcus Smart flying. And then Harden gives you a little shimmy. And then he misses the shot so badly with Smart still lying on his back. I mean, there's a lot going on there, from the Marcus Smart fake slide to the James Harden shimmy to missing the shot so badly. Come on, man. And here's the thing I'll say. If you're James Harden, you're going to shimmy, like, do it right. Like, do it right. Don't just give me a half. Like, do it right. Yes, you got to do it right.
Got to break it down for him.
Yeah.
Time for game picks, brought to you by Caesar Sportsbook. Adam, what do the people say?
All right, according to Caesar Sportsbook, 62% of the tickets tonight are on the Bears to win outright. 62%.
Did you read that right? Let me see that.
Is that right?
Yeah, I don't know about that. Hey, we need to get away from that. That's all I'm gonna say. We need to move on.
Surprising. We're all on the Patriots, right? Everybody's on the Patriots?
Yes, I am.
Yes.
I'm on the Patriots.
Yes.
Wait, 62% of people, the Bears in New
Stay over there with
England?
that one.
Oh, you don't gamble,
What is
bro.
wrong with 62% of the people out
The
there?
Patriots this week played the Monday Night Football theme before their first practice. I think they're going to be fired up. I think.
Oh, you think trying to get George Hallis the record for Bill Belichick? Come on.
You talked about him wanting to say, "This is my job."
My time.
Hey, Steve. Hey, Steve. Can I see your shimmy? Where's that? Come on.
There
There we go. Oh, Steve. Come on. Okay.
Hey, Steve.
Okay. Steve, don't play dead. Don't them Steve's in it.
Less than 25 miles southwest of Boston. It's a foggy, damp, cold night as Week 7 comes to a close in front of your eyes. look at you and say you give my all. That's what it's about, fellas. Today we got one mindset. Get a win.
I'm ready to go. The long, tough game. They play hard. We play harder.
Melo made it right. Throws another big one. Touchdown. The pass caught for the touchdown.
And there he goes.
Yeah! To the end zone. Touchdown. What a catch.
Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears take on returning starter Mac Jones and the New England Patriots tonight on Monday Night Football.
This is my type of party.
Baby, let's go.
Justin Fields has to hope a little time off since their last game 2 Thursdays ago did him some good. Offensively, it's been frustrating, looking for bigger and better here tonight. Mac Jones is back. He set franchise rookie records last year for the Patriots, took him to the playoffs, got 10 wins, and number 10 is back for New England to the delight of Bill Belichick, who is tied for the second most wins by a head coach in NFL history with George Halas taking on the team that he created, the Chicago Bears, here tonight. Welcome to the progressive Monday night kickoff on, one of those October nights here in the Northeast. And now welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Joe Buck. That's Troy Aikman, the Hall of Famer. The Bears are here. And with that time off, hopefully they get some things settled on the offensive line. They figure out a way to get the ball downfield. That's all on the menu tonight, they hope, for the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, there was a lot to fix. They've had 11 days, and Matt Eberflus and his staff during that so-called mini-bye had a chance to evaluate their players and what it is that they do best. Now, they've run the ball pretty well. That's been the strength, but they've just not been able to get enough out of the passing game, and there's a lot of reasons for that. First and foremost, the offensive line hasn't been very good. Part of that is on the receivers, and part of it is on Justin Fields in getting the ball out. But when you look at what he has been successful doing, for the most part, it's been when he's been outside the pocket. So look for him tonight to be able to do some of those boots and some of those types of play action movement things to help the offensive line, because you've got to believe that facing Bill Belichick, that priority number one for him is going to be to shut down this running game.
Bill Belichick would have been a good spy.
Yeah, he's been good at anything.
He likes intrigue, and all week long it's like, well, is it going to be Bailey Zappi again for the third straight week, or does Mac Jones and the injured ankle, does he get the start tonight? It looks like it's going to be Mac Jones. We'll all find out together. But they're happy to have him back, and he's a guy who had a heck of a rookie year.
Yeah, he sure did, and I'm a big fan of Mac Jones and what he's able to do. Now, I do think that the Patriots are a better football team around him today than they were when he got injured, and it was shown when Bailey Zappi came in off the bench, a rookie, and they did some things a little bit differently as well. They ran a little bit more play action. They ran the ball more. Now, Mac Jones understands that he's got to protect the football better than he did through the first few weeks of the season. I believe that he will. I'm looking forward to watching him play. I know that he's excited. If, in fact, he is the guy, he's excited to be out there tonight.
I think he's the guy.
Yeah.
We also think we're going to see Bailey Zappi tonight. Who knows? We'll all find out together. Lawrence Fishburne is the executive producer of ESPN Films' latest, The Cave of Udullam, streaming now exclusively on ESPN+. So get us ready for tonight's game on ESPN coming up.
Bears, Patriots on Monday Night Football.
Jay.
You get it.
The new Subway Series menu, the greatest sandwich roster ever assembled. Tony the new Outlaws got double pepper jack and juicy steak.
Well, let's get some more analysis on that, Chuck.
Pepper jack.
Tender steak.
Very insightful, guys. The new Subway Series. What's your pick?
It's a beautiful time for basketball. Time to silence the doubters. And show you're still a champion.
I go through the pain like Giannis.
To make history in year 20.
You know I'm dunking on these balls like
Your team has what it takes. Your team has what it takes. NBA opening week. Nets, Bucks. Lakers, Nuggets. Wednesday on ESPN.
NBA on ESPN time.
The Mexico City Grand Prix. Great stuff from Max Verstappen. Yes, again,
What did you expect? Did you think you could relax? Or had you convinced yourself some records were forever? That you'd seen everything there was to see? Or have you realized you can't look away and you don't know the future and that the game has never been better? That is hockey.
A unique mixed reality view of Gillette Labs Stadium as we welcome you back to Foxborough. Getting set for the Bears and the Patriots. Time now for our game notes presented by Adobe Express as we send it down to Lisa Salters.
Hey, Joe. Well, it was the mystery of the week here in New England, right? Who was going to be the Patriots starting quarterback tonight? Fourth-round rookie Bailey Zappi or last year's 15th overall pick Mac Jones? But the mystery has now been revealed. Mac Jones will be making his return. Jones has been saying all week that the high ankle sprain he suffered back in week 3 that kept him out the last 3 games has improved. He told us he's put hundreds of hours into his rehab since the injury and believes he's now ready to play. He said he got a lot of reps in practice this week, even took some hits to see how that left ankle would hold up, and said he felt it held up well. Whether I play 1 snap or 70, he said, I'll be ready to go. Jones threw 5 interceptions through the first 3 weeks of the season and said he was able to learn a lot watching from the sidelines these last few weeks about defensive coverages and play calling. He said he wishes he would have played better earlier in the season, but is now focusing forward. I'm going to go execute my job, he said. It's been good to watch, but I'd rather be out there helping the team put points on the board. Joe?
Lisa, thank you. And as we said a moment ago, not only will we see number 10, we may see number 4, Bailey Zappi, who's 2-0 as a starter and has been outstanding, completing passes at 75%, 3 touchdowns, protecting the ball. He's getting ready like he's starting tonight, and he may come in relief. You've been watching the Progressive Monday Night Kickoff. Bears, Patriots, coming up next.
Can I help you?
I wanted to mail this.
Okay. Layla is our messenger pigeon.
What? Oh my God.
This is mostly secure. Mostly. Fairly secure. Yes, sir.
This is crazy.
You know what else is crazy? That SMS text that he's sending? It's unencrypted. Other people might see your text just like other people might see that letter.
You're kidding.
No.
Can you get to that? I wanna know if you can get to that. Then you can you get?
Giorgio, look. The peanut butter box is here.
Ralph, that's the Chewy Pharmacy box with our flea and tick meds. It's not peanut butter.
The peanut butter box is here.
I'm out.
Pet prescriptions delivered to your door. Chewy.
It's the greatest sandwich roster ever assembled.
Next is the new Great Garlic.
The tender rotisserie-style chicken is sublime, and the roasted garlic aioli adds a lovely piquant flavor.
Man, the second retirement really changed you. The new Subway series. What's your pick?
Curiosity pushes you forward. It's what inspired Miami to create an unrivaled wine using the best from California to push flavor in new directions for a taste like no other. Miami, flavor forward.
Dreams come true, right here.
That was very, very impressive.
This is insane. Anybody need some good news?
Get the pop.
And show you're still a champion.
I go through the pain like Giannis.
To make history in year 20.
You know I'm dunking on these balls like a bucket.
And prove your team has what it takes.
I just put the whistle nuggets like the Joker wall.
NBA opening week. Nets, Bucks. Lakers, Nuggets. Wednesday on ESPN.
NBA on ESPN+.
This might be the most emotionally charged match of the modern era.
So Black Girl Hockey Club is all about building a community within the community.
Two people who had never met became lifelong friends in that moment.
Know that I love you so much, and I'm so excited to be here.
Launching downfield. Touchdown, Georgia!
What did you expect? Did you think you could relax? Or had you convinced yourself some records were forever? That you'd seen everything there was to see? Or have you realized you can't look away and you don't know the future and that the game has never been better? That is hockey.
ESPN welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
The noise can be deafening during games. It can be demoralizing in between them.
The Bears are off the worst situation in the NFL.
Turnovers was going to be a problem for this New England Patriots team.
Offensively, they what they supposed to be.
With performances ranging from promising.
Patriots seem to have a quarterback controversy.
Or do they look better with Bailey Zappi?
To uninspired.
He has stolen all hope the Bears have.
This is a tough one to stomach.
Judgment has filled airwaves about the Patriots and the Bears.
This isn't the same type of pressure it is in college.
Let him start slinging.
Right now, it's not a very good football team. There's only one sure way to make it stop. Win.
Whatever I got to do out there to get this done, I'm going to do it. I'm ready to go.
But there's a difference between knowing the path and walking it.
When you at the bottom, you fight, you fall. All you do is look up.
Rise to the moment.
Mac Jones, sensational.
Shut out the noise and hear only the cheers. Starting now on Monday Night Football.
Well, nobody's asking, but as far as I'm concerned, Lawrence Fishburne can do the voiceover every week.
Yes, sir.
Terrific job. And now we get set for football. Chicago won the toss. They defer, so the Patriots and that young man, Mac Jones, will get the ball first. 24 years old, second-year pro. Set rookie franchise records last season with pass yardage touchdown passes, wins, got him to the playoffs. Did not start well to the regular season here in 2022. Sprained his ankle, high ankle sprain. And his understudy, Bailey Zappi, after taking over for quarterback Brian Hoyers, looked outstanding. So he's been standing over there going, get me back in there.
Yeah, part of that, as I mentioned, I think the team around him got better over the last several weeks, and a little different style offense too while Bailey Zappi was in the lineup. They ran the ball more, they used more play action, and it was a good thing, and I would expect that to continue again tonight with Mac Jones.
The house of fog and rain here tonight in Foxborough. 21st year this has been the home to the Patriots, this stadium. Glad you're with us tonight on ESPN. A chance for Marcus Jones on the return, and he can't make it to the 20. Well covered downfield by Chicago, just a 19-yard return, and here's Mac. 15th pick in the draft in 2021. And then went on to do this. Last season, the 22 pass touchdowns, a franchise rookie record. Five picks, one fumble loss, turned the ball over 6 times over the first couple of games. And on first down, handoff is to Ramondre Stevenson, and he gets nothing. Take a look at our Star Watch, brought to you by Courtyard by Marriott. And the guy who just carried the ball is on that graphic, along with their top receiver, Jacoby Myers, and then members of the defense, Robert Quinn, who's still here, still with the Chicago Bears, and see if that's still the case after the trade deadline, which comes our way on the 1st of November. Flag on the play, 2nd down and 10, and this one is high to Thornton, the rookie, caught but out of bounds.
We'll see what this flag is as they sort it out, but I'm thinking Tyquan Thornton may have come out of that route a little sooner than what Mac Jones was expecting, because he was late on the throw.
By both teams. Offside. Defense number 94. Holding. Offense number 77. Those penalties offset. Replay. 2nd down.
So the offside by Quinn is offset by the hold by Trent Brown, who's back at left tackle after playing on the right side a year ago.
Yeah, a little bit of a change. He did play there a few years ago on that left side, but it's always different when you're going from one side to the other. He got off to a bit of a slow start to begin this season as well.
Here's a little screen for Stevenson, and there's really nowhere to go. A loss of 1, and Robert Quinn made that play. Robert Quinn is coming off an incredible year. Franchise record 18.5 sacks last year, has 1 so far this year, but still at the age of 32, a top flight defensive end, and he came back and made that stop.
Yeah, it's that second effort play, and that's pretty much the hallmark of what we've seen with Eberflus's coached defensive football teams going back to his time in Indianapolis.
3rd down, 11. Jones takes off, bad ankle and all, and it's going to be 3 and out. A gain of 6 on the play as the rookie Brisker combined with Roquan Smith to make the stop. And that's how Mac Jones and his return to the starting lineup begins.
Yep, there's a little bit of an unknown right now with Mac Jones as far as how long will he be able to go. Can he make it the entire game? He's not 100%, and I know that was the concern with Bill Belichick coming into the game, and that's probably the last thing that Coach Belichick wants to see is Mac Jones trying to extend plays and when he was going to come up short of that 1st down.
Little stutter step by Bailey on the punt, then hits a knuckler that sits down at the 34, a 44-yard punt. We'll take a break. Justin Fields, number 1 for the Chicago Bears, to work. No score, Foxborough.
One day, you might realize it's time to switch things up.
Thank you.
When your sisters come to town and you say,
It's on me.
crushed it, little bro. When your friends come over to watch the game. No, when you go to the game. Total power move. When you realize your vacation days won't use themselves and it's time for an out of office. Way out. When you're with Amex, it's never a question of if you'll make it happen. It's when.
It's big, it's back, and it's still $6. Get the big box y'all love today.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Wanted. Full-time fans. Must be enthusiastic problem solvers. Possess strong communication skills. Be good under pressure. Willing to travel. And happy to work weekends. Modelo, brewed for full-time fans. Brewed for those with a fighting spirit.
So I can finally let it fly?
Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible.
And put the ball where only I can catch it.
They know not to do. Let's get it.
Field sense, baby. It changes everything.
Rated E for everyone.
Hi, Dr. Rick. It's Julie. Just leaving you a voicemail. My number is 618-437-7425.
Okay.
It's for
Can anyone tell me what Julie did wrong there?
You gotta repeat the number. I mean, no one's ever gonna get it the first time.
Nope.
Didn't leave her last name.
No, the phone tells you who called.
Yeah, she didn't mention a good time to call her back. How am I supposed to know when to call her back?
No, she just shouldn't have left a voicemail. 9 out of 10 times a text will do.
Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents, but we can save you money when you bundle home and auto with us.
There's one day bigger than Sunday, Election Day. NFL teams across the league are utilizing their stadiums for election-related activities. Go to NFL.com/votes to register and research your ballot today.
Well, here's Justin Fields, who a moment ago looked like he was having a little issue with the communication in his helmet. The 11th pick in the draft in 2021. 4 spots actually in front of Mac Jones. And the 3rd highest drafted Bears quarterback in the modern draft era. Only Trubisky and McMahon drafted higher than Justin Fields out of Ohio State as he hands on first down to Montgomery. And he spins for 4. He didn't add a lot in the offseason, Troy, to help out the young quarterback Justin Fields. They have a new GM in Ryan Poles. They have a first-year head coach in Matt Eberflus. It's basically like, here, go get him. You got an offensive line that's got some holes on it and some question marks on the outside at receiver.
Yeah, a lot of question marks in general offensively in the early going. I mean, they just have not been able to get enough out of that passing game. And like we talked about, a lot of reasons for it, but it has to be better.
Hand off to Montgomery up to the 40, 3rd down coming up. It's a good running team, but the same could be said for the Cleveland Browns. A really good running team, and that ground game was shut down by the Patriots last Sunday in the win on the road.
Yeah, generally, as we know, Bill Belichick is the best in the business at taking away what a team wants to do. And like he did last week against Cleveland, now he had the same mindset against Baltimore. They were able to run the football, but coming in, that's why you've got to believe that Justin Fields, he has to be able to convert on these downs throughout this game.
Out to his right as they move him, and he hits Mooney. Darnell Mooney, a nice move, and they roll Justin Fields to his right. He throws a strike to number 11 and picks up 20 in a first down.
Well, the Patriots challenge receivers more than any team in football, and so when you get into these critical 3rd downs, they're going to man up right here, and so you got to have man beaters, and that's exactly what the Bears were able to do. You see there the switch release that frees up Mooney into the flat to convert the 3rd down.
Play action from Fields. Plenty of room, and he's able to hit his receiver Equanimous St. Brown. And on these last 2 plays, 20, now 12, and the ball is inside the New England 30.
Well, Darnell Mooney is right here. He's going to take 2 guys with him. And so when Equanimous St. Brown comes across, you see that there's nobody there then running with him, and it's just an easy completion. That's the first time now we've seen Justin Fields get outside the pocket, but we anticipate seeing more of that throughout this game.
Another throw, 3 in a row, and this